Hey guys, good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Hey, look who is over there in that frame next to me. I think that's Courtney. Courtney, who you got there with you?
Yeah, school. It's a fact of life. Of course, but work. It's a fact
Work.
of life.
What?
We retire.
Yes, I know,
And
right?
You have housework,
And then you have housework.
which you have to do anyway.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey,
Hold on,
Courtney, how are you doing?
We sure we're live?
We are
Or is
live.
there a delay? I see RC Maniac.
Yep, we got
Hi.
RC Maniac in here. Bonk is what he says.
But I'm not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything on what? The tubes? Of
All right. Hey, we got Swifty Nation.
Oh my gosh! Hi,
We got
Dee
Not
Dee.
Today 3D
Wait,
Prints.
say what?
Not Today 3D
It's
Prints.
Swifty Nation. It's a Dee Dee.
I didn't
Y'all
know
are live.
that was what her thing was called.
Yes, we
Hi,
are
Dee Dee.
live. Hey, guys.
I mean,
So, guys, we're getting this started out, and Courtney has the plan tonight. I have no clue what's going to happen tonight, so I'm just going to let Courtney take it, and I'm going to jump in every now and then and throw in my 2 cents.
I have a feeling you'll know exactly what to do in a moment. By the way, I love your like red blue.
Thank you.
not to spoil, but I have a feeling he knows exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, he knows. He probably knows. He's in the know. Okay. Anyway, first of all, I just want to say hello to Swifty Nation because Swifty Nation was a guest on a video of ours just the other day.
You
She
haven't let
was
me
in
watch
a
that
picture.
video?
Yeah, did you not see it? I'll
No.
have to show. Oh, you see it? Yeah, and she was demonstrating how large a map was. It was a tactile map where the Braille challenge was that she and my daughter participated in. And so thank you for helping us out with our video and happy birthday.
Well, actually, her
Okay,
birthday was on
awesome.
Friday.
Well, you can still say happy birthday. 2
You're
days
supposed to
later.
say happy late
Oh,
birthday.
happy belated, happy birthday again. Okay, so we have a plan tonight, and the plan is that I thought it would be nice. Reese had said she wanted to be on our podcast, and so I completely misunderstood. I thought that you meant you wanted to pop in and say hi, and so you
Yeah,
popped in and said hi, and then the next month I was mentioning who our guest was, that it was Variable Seams, Bridget, and you said, wait a minute, I wanted to be on the podcast, and I was like, oh, you wanted to be our guest, and you said, yeah, and I was like, well, that's it, you're next month. And so
I have a friend named Bridget.
you have a friend named Bridget?
Yeah, she's in my trade and travel class.
Trade and travel. See, I didn't have classes that were that cool.
It is pretty interesting.
Is it a good class? So
It's an
Cool.
elective.
So what I thought we would do tonight, and Asylum, I'm hoping you can help us out here because we may have a hard time doing this and answering questions because I thought that maybe folks would be interested in it. You all have seen me on a bunch of. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the computer. I'm supposed to be. You all are. up
You're
here.
good.
You all have seen me. So just be like camera. You all have seen me
Camera.
on a bunch of videos before, and people have asked questions about filament stories and me and all kinds of stuff. But we've never had an opportunity to ask Reese questions. And so
Right.
I thought this is a great chance for you all to let us know what you're interested to know about Reese. But in the meantime, I thought we would make it complicated because, you know, it's fun to make it complicated. And I thought we would play
Oh, of course, it's going to be
Farkle.
complicated.
Farkle.
Farkle.
Hey, Swifty Nations know how to play Farkle, too.
Swifty Nation knows how to play Farkle.
All right.
Okay, but to play Farkle,
Totally.
we need, what do we need? What
Dice.
materials? We need dice.
Also,
Hold
wait, should I
on,
look at
wait,
the
wait,
actual
wait.
list?
Oh, drive by,
Oh,
drive
by.
Other child coming in.
Hey, Grayson, say hi.
That's my son Grayson. I don't know that he speaks. He just
He
no,
walked
he's
away.
Gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. He just popped
Yeah,
in
he
to say
played
hi.
Connect Party without me, and I feel so offended.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Farkle, and in order to do that, we need multiple things. First of all, we need dice.
6 dice.
We need 6 dice. And
Pad and paper for scorekeeping.
And I was wondering if Asylum, do you think you can scorekeep for us?
Sure. Let me grab a
Okay.
piece of paper.
If you can scorekeep, we'll find out how the scorekeeping goes. But we need
It's complicated.
tactile dice. And so I have in one of my clock spring boxes some tactile dice here. And if
Clock
you can figure out how
spring.
to open it, the next challenge that you have is there is a new dice tower,
Broing.
right? This is the battlement dice. Let me hold on.
Mom, do you get it?
I got buttons. This is the battlement dice tower by Clock Spring, and this is with a
Dun, 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 dun,
gradient,
dun.
a gradient filament that
really
I
love
got
that
from
filament.
Solid, and it looks like if you were in this dice tower for a battle, you probably would be pretty safe going up and down those stairs. So your first job is to find some dice that will go in this battlement dice tower.
I would
Where are the
probably
stairs?
get my head stuck in between one of those things.
It goes right in there. Here, let's get you.
I
Let's
don't
get
see
you.
any stairs.
Oh, here. They go around. Hold on, let me show you. They go around.
Yeah, but they don't look like stairs.
Well, they are. Let's see. See how your hand's going around it?
Stairs.
Right. We're working with a camera that is working on focusing. So
There we
open
go.
that thing up, and
I totally
love
have
that.
seen this before.
you've seen it before.
Wait,
There
I
you
have.
go. There you go. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Hey
I'm
guys,
working
while
on
we're
a
getting this
triangle for
set
the
up,
camera. Oh, here's
come on
your
in,
dice
say
tower.
hey, let us know who's here.
Hello.
Who's here? Sorry.
I was just saying, asking everybody to let us know who was
let us
here,
know
just
if
to
you're
say
here.
hi.
You hear it?
We'll
Here it
see
goes.
everybody in the room.
Okay.
Give us some
I'm gonna
comments.
I'm gonna see if I can angle over
If you
a
have any
little
questions,
bit.
we're going to be
Where you-
allowing
where you
questions
are.
from everybody.
Yeah, if you've got a question, let us know. So here's they're gonna come out here. Let it go all the way down. It should come out.
I know, but I pushed it back in there.
So how many dice do we need for each of us?
Well, technically, we just pass them back and forth, but we need 6.
Oh, but
that's
I
a big
have a challenge for me, and I'm
What's in
gonna
here?
have. Those are some non-tactile dice.
Like in the hole.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
there's a hole in the top, and that's actually a pretty nice feature in that you can use the dice tower, put your dice for all your dice
oh, nice.
loud Farkling needs, and when you're done, you store them in the center column.
Did you just say for all our Farkle needs?
Hold tight for a second. What?
Did you just say for all our Farkle needs?
Yes,
She totally did.
for all your Farkle
That's
needs.
awesome. That's awesome. So I have a
Oh
piece
my
of paper.
goodness. Wait, say again.
I have a piece of paper.
Okay,
It's
you
not
ready?
a
Hold
Braille
on.
scoring
I
sheet,
have-
though.
I'm sorry, it didn't go down.
I have in case
Hey,
Wow.
you my Braille
we
writer.
have additional
Oh,
Just because it's heavy.
it's not my Braille writer.
dice needs. This is my dice collection.
Hey, he spoke.
He did speak. He did speak. You heard it here. February 25th, 2024. My
He
son
speaks.
spoke. So yeah, this is my dice collection. And
You have more still.
I know I have more. But I've been collecting them for years. I love dice. My father he still is alive, a magician, and he was a scientist as well. But I would go to magic conventions. So get your dice. I have realized, Asylum, there's going to be an issue with this, and that's
Yeah.
noise.
I know, right?
Okay, so let's.
I have
do
a
this.
question.
Did you find the eraser dice? Because I really like it.
I know where it is. I'll get it later. Okay.
I'm going to just raise my hand.
This is
They
my
can't
bag.
hear me.
Oh my bag! I didn't know I was going to have to lift 700 pounds of dice. All right.
I'm
do you
raising my
have 7
hand.
dice?
I only have 5.
All right, hold on.
Maybe they'll see me asking a question. Are there any special Braille scoring sheets for Farkle?
Oh,
There's not a special Braille scoring sheet, but it does tell me all the rules.
so yes,
Ooh.
you have the rules in Braille.
What's up, Zombie
Yeah, my
Hedgehog?
teacher got them for me.
All right. you wanna
Pez
give us a
Liz,
quick
how are
rundown?
you?
Huh?
I was saying hey to Pez Liz and Zombie Hedgehog.
Hey, Pez Liz. Hey, Zombie Hedgehog. All right, we're
Okay,
starting.
that's just an awesome name.
Which one, Zombie Hedgehog or Pez Liz?
Both of them?
Both of them. I know. They're both great people. Okay, so what we decided to do is while questions were being asked to Reese or to me, you guys have asked me a bunch of questions though. So, but if the mood strikes, you go for it. We're gonna play Farkle, and we're gonna use this new.
I guess I'm keeping score.
Let me get a close up. This new battlement dice tower from. I'm so bad. You have to do this.
There you
reverse.
go.
From Clock Spring, right? And it has a caged stairwell going down, and then in the top, you can store your dice, which is pretty neat. So you're going to use this one. I'm going to use a different dice tower. But we have a
Uh-oh.
question for you first.
Me?
Yep.
What is it?
What's the
I saw
question?
There was a question. Are there any special Braille? Oh, we asked it.
We already answered that one. Yep.
For Farkle. Okay, we got it. Okay.
So I will put the questions on the screen.
Okay. Shane Smith 150. Hey, good to see you. Okay, so you have yours.
Does
Now-
that mean there's 149 other Shane Smiths?
Oh. Shane
Or
Smith,
he
we have
could
a
be
question for
150
you.
years old.
Oh.
That's a good question, too.
Oh, you have your water. I have my kombucha.
I don't even know what that is.
It's what is it? It's a.
And if
I
it's
got
alcohol, I
cayenne-
am mad at you.
No, it's not. Cayenne cleanse. No, it's a tea. It says a bubbly probiotic tea for a happy gut. Oh, it's for gut
Yes,
health.
it's
For
good
gut
stuff.
health.
Gut health. Now, I have a
Very important.
Howdy Cloudy Hazy Session IPA.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I have also never heard of that. Although I think I have heard of kombucha.
Kombucha,
So-
yeah, I like kombucha. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to have Reese pick out my dice tower because I have multiple dice tower options. But can I move yours out of the way temporarily?
Sure.
Okay. So the first thing is I lost it. I have a 40% dice tower here. Focus, little guy. Focus, will it focus? It might not
You know,
focus.
plus if there was a Braille square.
Oh, I'm so bad at this back and forth. So this
There
is
you
a
go.
40% dice tower. So we have to find 40% dice.
That's funny.
These are kinda
I like
tiny.
that.
40%.
Now I have that dice collection, and the first thing I thought
Okay,
was
those
that,
are tiny.
Yeah,
How are you
they're
gonna
tiny.
even read that?
Ugh, I know, right? So I thought I would use these dice that are handmade wooden dice. Gosh, the
Ooh.
focus is. Oh, I can't do this handmade
Ooh, I wanna
wooden
see
dice.
it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
You're not going to be able to feel the dots. They're very old, and they
Oh, I've
are
seen these.
they are uneven.
Will
so,
it fit?
Will it fit?
No.
Will it fit?
I tried.
No. Okay.
You need smaller
No.
than that.
Need smaller dice. So the next dice I have are my favorite little 7. So if you do Dungeons and Dragons, Reese, do you do Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Have you thought about doing Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
This is my favorite.
Back it up.
Focus. Come
By the
on,
mouse
little
pad.
guy. Wow, wow, wow. Can you see it?
Go by the mouse pad.
Go by the mouse pad. Go by the mouse pad here.
No, other direction.
Other
The computer, right there, right in
That
there.
help get that.
That
focus
helps
in
some.
it?
Not
Okay,
quite,
so this
but
is
close.
a little tiny. Up, here,
Probably down.
down. Tell me where, and I'll remember that. Is that good?
That's close. It's not perfect, but it's close.
I know. I'm not. We're not sure why this camera's not focusing. So, okay.
Yeah.
See if my favorite set of 7 dice fit.
Actually, they probably will.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
All right, so casual reef keeping. Good to see you. Go grab that whiskey. Come back and join us. And we have an answer on the Shane Smith 150. That's his racing number.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Wait. Now, what kind of racing do you do? Do you do like? Yeah. What kind of racing do you do?
Does not fit.
Does not fit. Street
Oh,
racing.
Banana racing.
Formula 1 racing. Banana racing.
Banana racing's the best kind of racing. Even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't
Go
exist.
kart. Go kart racing.
racing.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so now that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. So those don't work. All right. So I have some
This
more
one
dice.
almost works.
I think my dice are in here.
Uh-oh.
Let me open up and see if I can get my dice. Hold on. There, my dice. Oh, you getting your dice?
I'm looking for the big bin of dice.
Oh, hold on. Oh, the big bin of dice is behind us.
It's behind you.
Well, I know there's really, really, really tiny dice in there.
They're really, really, really tiny dice. So I'm going to give you some dice that are 1, 2,
Yep, there's some smaller than that in there.
2, 3. You're giving away my story. So I'm
I'm
going
not.
to give you some green
Where'd the
dice. Here,
thingy go?
here. Here's what I'm giving her.
Colors totally matter.
These. So these.
Hey, it
dice.
worked!
It worked. Okay, so those
I think it
work.
fit like perfectly.
All right. So the question is, do you want me to go with the 40% or should we go smaller?
Maybe we should go with the 40%.
You think we should go 40?
We shouldn't go any smaller than
But
that.
I have a 35%.
Nuh-uh.
Ooh.
And I have a
Those are cute.
30%.
How do you even make on that?
And I have a 25%.
Those are so cute.
Hey, I can do that too.
Oh, do it.
Hold on.
I think it's working. Is it working?
Yep. There you go.
Wait, what do we sound like? You should put the headphones on. I think you can hear it if you put the headphones.
Phones on.
I can
How do
hear
you know
you.
more about our setup than I do?
Because I've tried it. I think I turned it off.
You
Do we
did.
sound like mice?
It's off. You did.
Okay,
Now-
now we do.
Now you do.
What if we sound like mice when we're sounding like mice? Do we sound like double mice?
Like talk really low.
Hello. Hello.
There you go.
You want to
Love
my
it.
favorite one?
Casual reef keeping. Oh, wait, okay. So, Swifty Nation, we sound like mice. All right,
Exactly.
so I have my 40%, my 35%, my 30%, and my 25%.
Oh,
So which size do you think? Please don't say 25%.
25%.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't think you have dice that tiny.
I may or may not. So I will tell you, I do have some dice.
I can't even find the hole.
They're very, very tiny, right?
Yeah, we're doing this one.
But the ones that are my teeniest, tiniest are really interesting. They are from.
Hey, Duff. How are you doing, Duff? Good to see you.
I silent
Duff
Hey,
is
Duff.
here.
So
Oh, hi.
years ago in the 1960s, some of us may or may not have been around then, but they had.
You weren't.
Actually, I wasn't. You're right. They had gumball machines, and so you would put a penny in or a nickel if it was a really big one. That's Dad.
Oh.
I mean, that's our videographer.
Has he ever been on the thingy?
No, he hides behind the scene over there. So,
Has he ever been on the live stream?
have you been on
He
the
was,
live stream?
yeah, with seam variable
Come say
seams.
hi then.
So
That's not saying hi.
I got these little things, and I eBay. Oh, you said I could do this, and I can't do it. And inside them are two. This one's empty. Oh, no, they're in there. Two little dice, and I have no idea if it was a penny or what back in the day. But those are actually my smallest dice. But I think
Oh, can I see them?
I think your idea of going with the 6 dice with the 40% is probably the most reliable.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Where's
I'm gonna have to
mine?
show them to you because boy are they tiny.
Oh, these? These
Yeah.
aren't even tiny.
What? Hey, you know, show me your tiniest dice.
Good point.
Okay,
I bet
so
you
in
could
any
3D
case,
print some smaller.
you are probably right. So if you are interested, this is not meant to be a commercial, but I love fostering stuff. He sent me a picture. So do you have a question?
Are the small
Boy.
dice tactile? Tactile?
No.
The only
Tactical.
tactile dice we have are these here, and let me show you what these look like.
Did you get the joke?
No, I don't know what TikTok was.
Clock.
Oh, clock spring. Actually,
Sproing. I said sprung at the end too.
they're a little bit hard. The
Also,
light-
you said
we have to
these.
turn up this dice tower is so dadgum dark. In order to get the colors visible, we had to blow this out. So this is a little hard
Okay.
to see.
Never
You're in
mind, you have
focus
more
there.
than
But they are 3D printed. They're really easy, and then inside they have like little pips. Can we see? Was it orange one? Can you see the orange
Pip
one?
is a weird word.
Yeah. There you
Jake
go.
from
You get a
State
little
Farm is here.
bit. Who is it?
Jake from State Farm,
Jake
like
from
a good
State
neighbor.
Farm. Jake from State Farm. Hey. So in
Yeah,
any
the only
case,
word I heard
yeah,
caught for the first time was farm.
So these are pretty easy because I can close my eyes and feel them because you're just counting them. And the nice thing is, and the reason why I think these work really well
pattern.
is a lot of things that are printed with Braille on them. As you all know who do 3D printing, we print in layers. So we do layer, 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 and you get done. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to print a couple of layers of these little dots that pop up.
And the sides.
the
I think
layer-
they're the same height.
Oh, yeah, and the layer adhesion is absolutely terrible on that. They will pop right off. Now, there's some things that you can do in Cura to combat that. It's not in the other slicers yet, I don't believe. Cura has some advantage to that, but...
Will you say something sad?
Okay, let me finish this. But the nice thing about these is there is a perimeter around it, and so it drops down, and then it's actually flat across the top, but it's still, you can feel the Braille dots really easily, and these really work well. In fact, this is, someone made a copy of the one that you used to have to pay $8 for from American Publishing House for the Blind.
Ooh.
And you
APH.
printed- APH, right, as you guys know, for like 2 cents. In any case, I need to say something sad.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Why are we
I want
saying
it to be
something sad?
natural when it happens.
Oh, I think she's
think
going
he
for the
knows
low voice.
No, I was not gonna do that.
Anyway,
What I was gonna do was
What were you gonna do?
I hit the button.
oh,
I'm sad about these dice. Yeah, so these are all 3D printed. Aside from
she
that
did
one,
the
it's still
trombone.
broken.
It didn't break. I would know if it broke.
Here, Reese, say something sad.
I'm so sad.
There you go. Is that better?
Yes, that's better. That's what I
Okay,
did.
all right.
Oh, you did that. So, yeah, these are 3D printed, and someone recreated the model.
Can we play now?
Oh, we need to play. Oh, okay, let's play. So I am ready. My hair went nuts. Here's your dice tower. Where are your dice? Here are your dice.
Because I've been waiting for the past 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness, there is a lot of impatience in
There's a
this house.
sixth one. I mean, there's a sixth one I'm missing. C5.
Well, so what? All right, guys. Hey, if you have any questions,
Oh, fine.
this is just part of what we're doing. They're going to be playing the game. Apparently, I'm keeping score, and someone needs to train me how to keep score. And if you have questions, I'm going to relay the question to them while we play. And we're just open to any type of discussion. I'm sure Reese is open to as many questions as y'all have. So if y'all have any questions for her, or even if you have questions for Courtney, let us know, and we'll get all these things going. We're just having a little bit of fun tonight, right,
What
Reese?
about questions for you?
Oh, well, I can answer questions. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm gonna have fun watching y'all, and I've got to figure out how to keep score for Farkle.
Oh, I can help.
She's going to tell us
Okay.
how to keep score. And I am going, in the absence of questions, I'm going to tell you all interesting facts, and I'm going to ask questions. That's right.
Maybe what you should do is make a column, like a kind of like column chart thing, where Courtney on one side and Reese on the other side.
Done.
And do we
And then I'll tell you what to do for our things.
now, if
Okay.
I remember correctly, you roll the dice, and then why don't you give us a sum up?
Oh, why do I have to do it?
Well, because I can't remember. So you roll the dice, and you get
roll
to
the
choose.
dice.
They're good numbers and bad numbers.
Well, sort of. All the numbers are good, but they have to be good in the right terms or
Oh, sakes
conditions.
alive! You better tell us the rules.
Well, ones and fives you can take out singularly. One would be 100 points, and a 5 would be 50 points. And if you have nothing to take out on each roll, so if I had a 2, 4, 3, 6, and another 3, I would be farkled when I first rolled because I wouldn't have anything I could take out.
Oh, so ones and fives are good. We want them.
Yeah.
Oh, so as long as you have a 1 and a 5, you get to keep rolling.
Well, yes, but also if you get like 3 ones, it's 300 points, or 3 twos, 200, 3 threes, 300, 3 fours, 400, and so on.
But wait, do we have to decide to say I'll take the points?
Yes, you can't just, you don't have to.
keep going. Okay, let's do a demo roll. You want to go first?
Yes.
You want a dice tower? You don't have to use a dice tower. You can just roll them.
Oh, okay.
If
this is
if
hard.
you line them up, here, line them up here. And then you can push them around.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. I now have the official Farkle rules in front of me.
What?
I now have the official Farkle rules in front of me. I've pulled them up.
I think that's cheating, but okay.
To have the rules?
No, to look them up.
I'm not playing.
Oh,
Okay.
that is a very good point.
All right, so you're getting... I'm
I
gonna...
have a 6, a 5, another 5, a 2, and a 1, and a 2. Whoops, that was a 1.
Okay, so you have 6, 5, 2, 1, 2. I don't know if we can show this.
No, I have 6,
Okay.
5, 5, 2, 2, 1.
Okay, so what...
Hold on, one of them flipped. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you choose to do at this point? What could you do?
I could take out 2 5s, which would give me 100 points, and a 1, which would give me 200 points. Or I could take out 1 5, or I could take out 2 5s, or I could take out 2 5s and a 1, or I could take out just 1 and 1.
So if you take out 2 5s and a 1, you now have 200 points. However,
If I roll again, there's a less chance that I'll get.
a 5 or a 1. Or
Yeah.
both. So, what you gonna do?
I'll take out a 1.
So that's 100 points. All right. You're risking it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
Uh-oh.
just rolled them.
Did you roll them? You have
Yeah.
to pick them up higher than that to roll.
Fine.
Okay, there you go.
Whoops, I knocked it over. Oh well. 1, 2, 4, 6, 2. So I can only take out the 1.
Okay, so now you have 200 points if you keep going. Oh, she's going for it. She has 200
Wow.
up for another 1.
Well, the thing is, I forgot one rule to mention.
Yeah.
You can't start. You are not officially on the game board unless you get 500 points.
Oh, heck.
Oh, I didn't
so
know
you
that.
get 500. So I have to keep rolling,
Okay.
or I'm just gonna stop.
Okay.
50.
You have, wait, 5 is 50?
Yeah. Okay, I farkled. Your
So
turn.
you farkled.
I have 0 points, Mr.
So Reese, how did you do in your Braille challenge that you had?
In my Braille challenge, I don't know yet.
Okay.
But I considered myself to have done fine.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Fine.
There were a lot of other people there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do good or not.
So what does that challenge look like? Like, I don't necessarily understand what happens at the event.
Well, what we do is usually they have some sort of breakfast, and then we go and have the, like, auditorium thing where they tell us, like, we're so glad you're here.
And what's the thing they always do? That,
Actually, they don't do that always. I think if they've only done it this year and one other
oh,
year.
I remember it every year. But
Nope, they have not done it every year. And they do this cane tunnel, which means people stand on either side and they raise their canes above their heads and tap them together.
so this is you're coming in the auditorium and
They call your name and you just walk
the
over there.
attendees, parents, teachers, and whatnot are sitting in the auditorium, and they're going to have all of the competitors come in, and they bring you in from the youngest at the lowest level all the way up to the ones that are up to senior in high school. And as they count your name and they list your level, there are people and they're standing and they have the blind cane and they're crossing them so across and they're tapping them, right? So it's
Don't
actually
understand
really
how they
neat
can do that.
because what?
Nothing.
So it is the VI teachers and whatnot, and they have canes. And so most of the people that are tapping the canes are not actually blind.
No,
Some
that
of
makes
them
sense.
are. Yeah, and they're tapping the canes, and so all the competitors come down and they do the welcoming ceremony. At which point, I think we get to your question, Asylum, which is you go off to test. What does the testing look like?
Well, basically, you sit at a table. You have a Braille writer in front of you, which you might not know what that looks like. I should bring mine down.
You can go get it.
I don't know where it is. I brought
On
it into the car.
island.
Okay, that's a safe place to put it. I was being sarcastic. And you get paper, and then they give you the test information, and they're like, don't even think about reading it. Okay, they just say don't read it, but
Wait,
that's
so you
what I'm
have it in
thinking.
front. You have it in front of you like this, but
Well, it's
don't-
actually more off to the side. Like
okay.
that.
They're like until we say go, you can't do anything.
Yeah, and then they read instructions like, in this test, you will be answering reading the passage and answering the questions. These are multiple choice questions that are 10 for each passage. You have 2 passages, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember them exactly. And then they say 3, 2, 1, go, and you start.
So wait, let me see if I get
And
this
each one's
right.
25 minutes long.
Hold on. So you have sections, right? In each section, you're testing a different thing. You were just talking about was that reading comprehension?
Yes.
So you
That's
read
my
a
favorite.
passage in Braille, and then you're asked questions about that,
It's like EOGs. I don't like EOGs.
right?
So
and
it's-
and now is that a timed thing? You think?
It's sort of time. You have a limited amount of time to do as much work as you can, so yes.
And
Technically.
is it typically that there's so much that it's not possible to get through all of it?
Well, no, because I got through all of it.
You got through all of it. So then in that case, your finishing time is the time that's important. Right?
Well, not your finishing time, just how accurate you are, I guess.
How do they determine accuracy? Is it
If you get
question-
it right or not.
Well, what are you doing to get right?
Answering the questions.
Oh, so they said, was it a giraffe or an antelope? Or they say, what animal was, and what was the animal's nickname kind of thing?
It's more complicated than that, but yes.
So basically, what you're saying is this is like a 25-minute reading comprehension type test?
Yeah, and then there's proofreading.
Proofreading.
Proofreading is
That's
dull.
cool.
You have a paragraph, and the sentences are numbered, and then you have A, B, C, D options, and you're supposed to say which sentence has the error, and it can be multiple sentences that have an error, or none of them, or all of them.
So when it comes to Braille, are you reading straight English like you speak, or is it written a different way than what we would normally write as seeing people?
It's just written normally, I think.
Okay. I've never read it. I don't know how to.
So the Braille is.
There is one thing.
What's different?
You know, there's short form writing, right?
Alphabetic shorthand, like they do in the courtrooms. You see them going ting 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 ting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of have that in Braille, and almost everyone anyway, learns it at some point, and that's what we do. So you're reading short form Braille.
So
Okay,
they call. I like to talk about it like there is the thing that a lot of people are familiar with is they have type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and it really is. They're two different things, right? Type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes are not completely related. I would say that grade 1 and grade 2 Braille is very poorly named because you don't learn one in grade 1 and the other in grade 2. The first one, grade 1, is called, right, it takes longer than that. It's called uncontracted Braille, and it is a one-for-one relationship. So letters, you have the letter A. There is a Braille character for A. There is
Capital period, minus, equals, plus, greater than, less than, divided by.
Punctuation.
I said that.
Oh.
Well, actually, no, I said period. Question mark, exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
And so it's, if you know grade 1 Braille, you can communicate with anyone if you can get that up in a dots standpoint, just like I know the sign language alphabet. It would be an absolutely dreadful way to communicate, to someone if I had to spell every single word. But in a crisis situation, I could spell stuff out and we could communicate. They probably would be able to read lips and it would not be that helpful, but I could communicate. So grade 1 is just
This explanation's taking a long
lot
time.
longer, right?
Yeah.
I've been told my explanation is too long.
So how many points does Reese have so far?
0. So I
Zero.
say 0 because she didn't have 500 to get on the board. So I have to know what I can do, Reese. 5, 4, 6, 6. So I have 2 4s, 2 6s, a 5, and a 3. So I take my 5 out.
Yeah, if you had 2 5s, you'd have 4 4, 5 5, and 6 6. I mean, that doesn't really matter, but since you have 3, if you had 3 pairs, then you could,
How much is 3 1s?
300.
300.
So I
300.
have 3 1s is 300, a 5,
350.
and I have another 5. Oh, 5 is only 50?
Yes.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have 300 with the 1s, and I have 2 5s.
Yeah, so if you have 3 pairs, like 4 4, 5 5, and 6 6, then you'd get 1,500.
I am at 400, so I have no choice but to roll this die.
If you
And
get
I
a
got
1,
6.
okay,
I'm
you
out.
did not
Okay,
get a
you're
1.
Nope. Nope.
You want to roll?
No
Just
points
roll.
yet. No points yet. Hey guys, if y'all have any questions, put them in the chat.
Hey, Connor.
We'll get these things rolling on. Apparently, Connor hates grammar.
25 minutes. Wait, oh, I know, grammar. Oh, I know, I hear you on grammar. All
Sort
right,
of like
roll it,
speed
roll
and
it.
accuracy, but sort of not.
All right.
1.
I have, as you're counting up, Connor Yamsix, I have his skull. And it's been like 3 years now, Connor.
I hope
that
he
I have
has
not
his skull.
printed your skull. I have it, and I see you, and I'm like, dang it.
Is that the one that...
I need to print his skull, and then stuff happens. But I think about your skull all the time, and I have been following along, and you, my friend, are a trooper because you have had
almost
lot.
had a straight look.
You
1
did.
2 3 5 5 6. If I had a 4, I would have gotten like
Connor has
1,500
had more
points.
surgeries than you have had.
Say what?
I know.
That's like
Connor
almost
is a tough guy.
impossible.
So I
take
think
out-
we have a question from one of Reese's friends.
Which one?
Oh, from Swifty Nation.
What's
well,
the
it's
question?
from the question is from Aditi.
Aditi.
A D.
Yeah.
Aditi.
How do you keep up in math class?
How do I keep up in math class?
Yeah, that's from
Aditi.
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 Well, you should ask her. She's in 7+ math.
I
God,
know.
I don't
Aditi
understand.
Aditi is very good at math, which is great. But so that's a question. So if we're doing Braille and Braille is letters, how
There
are you
are
doing
numbers.
math?
Well, there's a number symbol, so if you put that in front of a letter like A, it'll be 1, B is 2, C 3, D 4, E 5, 6, and so on.
So you only
J
have
is 0.
26 letters?
So there is a lot of overloading with Braille because there are only 6 dots. And you've got to accomplish a lot of information
Right.
in 6 dots. And so sometimes to communicate something,
Well-
you need more than one symbol. And so there's something called, get ready for this, the indicator. And the indicator is a backwards L. It's like dot, 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 right? It's just a backwards L. And that says the next stuff that's coming is going to be numbers. And so if the next thing that
come
comes
on.
up is an A is the first letter of the alphabet, it's a 1. Right? And then
I only got 400.
Oh, you got 400. I'm going to use your dice. So that's how you do numbers in Braille is you have a special character that says, consider that everything coming next is numerical.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but it's just a double number symbol.
but it's still, yeah, and I never really realized that J was the 10th letter of the alphabet, right? But then after a while you do this translation, right? H is the 8th. Anyway. Okay.
Right.
Well, I just know I can tell you your name and numbers. Your name would be 3, 15, 21, 18, 25. Wait, hold on. I missed an N. 14, 5, 25.
Cool. That's cool. So hey, we
Let
have
me
a
ask
filament
again.
question.
You have to have 3 in order to pull it out. I have a 1. I'm going to pull it out for 100. 5 is 50. So I'm going to not do that. But I have 2 2s. I need 3 2s to pull it out, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What was the next question?
It's a
Well,
filament
also-
question, actually. What are some filaments you recommend? Hey, let's find Reese. I bet Reese has a favorite filament. Does Reese have a favorite filament that she would recommend?
Nope.
No.
The
There's
only
not one.
filaments I like are the ones that are sparkly.
Okay.
And
So
pastel.
you're like a Cookie Cat fan or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Courtney, how about you? What do you suggest? What are some filaments you recommend?
I got 4 1s. I have not. And you know, hold on. I'm going to answer your question.
Oh,
but
wait,
I
can I
wanted
say
to
something?
Tell you, yeah, go ahead.
Most of the time, I like the candy ones, the filaments that come with candy in the box. Although Mom never lets me eat them. It's sad.
So
She keeps them in a drawer.
I do. I was hoping that we would get to the point where we would have points on the board because Reese and I were going to celebrate our points with
Bananas. Hey, JC, you said there was a
Bananas.
name for them.
Okay, Asylum.
I mean,
Yeah,
asylum.
Do you, know,
asylum.
do, you know, look, do you guys recognize these banana
I
candies?
love those banana
Yeah,
candies.
so, gotta go. Focus. Wait,
Yeah, and
no,
I'm
no,
holding
no,
one
no.
with my eye.
Wait, what? Hold on. What are you doing?
I do this all the time, especially with Cheez-Its.
And then you eat it.
Put Cheez-Its in your eye?
Yeah.
Child.
There you
I
go,
don't do
Connor.
it in front
Connor
of you
got the
'cause I know you'll
name.
freak.
Runts.
Okay, so what filaments? I was thinking about this just the other day because, okay, you know what? Forget the scoring. I'm just gonna eat.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's a hard question because there's not one filament company that I can recommend. Or wait, is the question for a
I
filament?
like all filament.
Well,
What
Not all
I would
filaments
as-
made the same. Is it? Say
I
again?
I would assume that they're kind of asking, are there filament brands? And this might just be for me thinking not what they're thinking, but I'm assuming they're asking kind of filament brands that you would recommend.
Okay. So there are brands I absolutely would recommend, but let's find out. What did you do? Do you have anything you can do here?
I literally rolled the same thing I rolled the first time last time. Just see. Look, I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You didn't get a run.
I know.
Okay.
It's
brands,
annoying.
brands that I think have good filament and reasons why. Amelin Airy One, which I found out is not Arion, it's Airy One.
Airy One.
Every One. I was saying that wrong for years. Strong Hero 3D.
I farkled. Your turn.
You farkled?
That's what it's called. Farkling.
I know that's still something. I farkled. Excuse me. Those three brands have a lot of really interesting colors, and from as far as gradients, interesting. And there is a lot of overlap. If you notice that you're seeing the same filament, it looks exactly the same across those. That is probably because it is, and that's okay. I always say, like, a lot of people are concerned behind the scenes, is it white labeled, who's making this? And my concern is not, I don't really worry about that. Is it good filament? Do you enjoy printing with it?
Right.
Because that's what matters to me, right? So those three, if you're interested in transitions, rainbows, and all that kind of stuff, those guys have good filament. There are a couple of other brand names that you'll see on Amazon that have, it looks like the same thing, probably is. I was surprised to have one of those three companies tell me, "Oh, this is our new brand, and we're doing this." And I was like, "You have reputation that's good with this brand. Why are you launching a brand new? Nobody's ever heard of you."
Right.
Okay, but yeah. So if you see that's okay. There are some really big companies that are making the filament behind the scenes, and
You know what?
a lot of companies are selling it, and that's okay. So wait, what?
I think I'm a Protopasta fan because they have the best name ever. My favorite food is pasta.
I was
It
going to
is
say
good.
Specifically, my dad's pasta.
Yeah, you do. You are a pasta fiend. So, as far as companies that make filament that is just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful.
Did you go?
No, well, heck.
Nope,
Just
not yet.
I have a very important question to answer about the filament.
Well, you've already answered it.
Oh no, this is a bigger question. Protopasta is wonderful. Probably that is my favorite brand ever. They are not the most cost effective. They are from 100% scratch. They don't go with master batches. They get the pigments. They do everything from scratch. It's like you don't get.
That's cool.
Right. They make everything from scratch entirely. And their filament, not only is it beautiful, it prints amazingly well on pretty much any printer. So I love Protopasta. Would absolutely recommend them. But they're the kind of stuff that you get and you save it for special prints, right? And so I understand that. But there are a lot of other brands. Keene Village Plastics or Village Plastics, KVP, they have really good filament, especially if you're looking for ABS or something and you're going to be printing a Voron or doing something like that. Green Gate has he started out, it's got 25 some years in recycling post-consumer PET. And so he is producing beautiful, beautiful PET. Love those colors. They've got some good stuff. That is great PET. So I would recommend them. And then there are other brands like Filamentum. You cannot go wrong with Filamentum. It's gorgeous. In fact,
Love Filamentum.
Alex of Protopasta said when we started, I think it's been almost 10 years ago, what we wanted to do is we wanted to be in a way like Filamentum.
Yeah.
And that we wanted to make really beautiful filament. And you cannot go wrong with Filamentum. Okay, I have to go.
Well, that's what, and I think when it comes down to filament suggestions, it's usually what do you want to do with the filament? You know, what are you trying to do? Because there's so many different good brands out there. You know, are you looking for something decorative? Are you looking for something that's durable? Are you looking for something that's flexible? So there's a lot of different things out there. Now, they were asking favorite colors. Do you have a favorite color? Reese, do you have a favorite color of filament?
Peach.
I got
Pete?
3 5s. I'm on the board.
All
You should
right.
probably stop.
So do I write
Okay,
that
I'm
down?
stopping. I'm taking 3 5s and I'm done. I'm on the board.
So do I write that down? 500?
Yep. I'm going to eat 500 of these bananas. If you can tell, I shouldn't have handed out the bananas because, whoops, I lost a banana.
Also, I made up a name of a filament I'd really like that's never been made, probably, and
What?
except I've never checked. I wanted someone to make a filament called Peach Sunrise.
Ooh, that sounds
Well,
good.
Carrying on, unless there is another question, I'm going to go on.
Does that mean
with
it's my turn?
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna
Well,
go
and the
on with this
question was
because
color.
I was talking to, wait, what?
They wanted to know your favorite colors as well. So I was asking
what
both
are
of
your
y'all
favorite
about that.
Mine or hers?
She said peach. What's yours?
Oh, orange. Like,
Orange?
Like crazy orange. Like
Well, I also like teal and
Like this,
purple,
you
but
know-
mostly peach.
Yeah.
as
I got
crazy
that.
orange as it gets. I dated a guy many years ago, and
Yeah.
orange had been in the 70s, and it had gone through the phase of like, it was too much.
Is best.
Wait, what?
Pink.
Pink?
You like the color pink now? I
My
thought it
son
was
likes
green.
No, I hate green. No, I like toxic. No, like I like pink because it's a girl's color. Because like
Come
I
around
don't
so
think it's
people
a
can
great-
see
Oh,
you.
we have an
Come
audience
around.
member.
Well, they've seen him. They haven't heard him talk before. I
Come
thought you were on a
around,
silent spree.
Come
no, I
around.
wasn't. I was you. I'm joking. I wasn't.
It's a full family night. Come on. This is my son, Grayson. He is wonderful. Like, yeah, you like pink. You have
I'm not sure about that.
Stop. Stop. Up there. Look up there. Okay, you like pink? Okay.
I like pink. It's like toxic.
No, pink is.
Where's the other? Oh,
So
I farkled again. I'm
you
sad.
did. So the thing about this is there are really good and bad colors in any range. So it's tough to say orange. There's some ugly oranges, right? And there's some really ugly
Yeah.
blues. And there's some green is an interesting color. There are a lot more ugly greens than I think anything else. And that's because green is found so much in nature, and they're just but from a color standpoint, even though it might not be like this green here, this is such an interesting
Right.
interesting filament, and I like it because it seems like it would have a lot of potential uses. Maybe this dice tower isn't the best, but I love it. But it's got this odd, I don't know, green brown sludge. But I like the filament. Do I like stuff like this more? Yeah. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
stuff like this more.
Yeah.
But that's not found in nature exactly like that. So yeah, orange. I just like orange. I'm
And
trying to think. So one of the filament brands that I really do love, and they have
I'm trying to think of which audio screen I'm on because I want to make you sound funny so everyone laughs.
Okay, if I sound funny, we have a new mixer over that way, and she found out about it right before. Oh, look, I got a new mic. You see my mic? Isn't that great?
Does you sound different?
That's crickets.
Oh, crickets. Okay, I know what screen I'm on now.
I was upstairs.
Okay. They can't understand you. You sound like a robot.
I know.
Well, not
Okay.
anymore. I turned it off.
Yeah.
So Cookie Cat, it cannot go without mentioning Cookie Cat because Cookie Cat's filament is quality filament. It prints really well.
Can I
But
have the rest of these?
yeah, I got my own thing over here. What are you talking about? I haven't been eating yours. But
These
Cookie
bananas
Cat
don't have a chance.
has something that nobody else has, and that's Melissa. And Melissa has a real knack for colors, and she was a baker. And they go. This is so cool. They go to Cookie Con, right? Because they still are involved in the baking and baking world. But when they come out with new filaments, it's just they're beautiful, and I love their filaments, and they print really well. So I'm trying to think, Asylum. What am I missing? I know there's some big brands that I'm missing. Printed Solid.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I got a 1 for 100, a 5 for 50. And if I choose to stop, I can just take 150, right?
Yeah.
Done.
At this point, yeah.
Okay,
Woohoo!
it's
All
my
right.
turn.
So
Hold on, that wasn't high enough.
We have printed solid.
I rolled, so.
You have cookie cad.
Cookie
Cookie
Cat.
Cat's my second
yeah.
favorite.
That's a
It
good
sounds
one.
like something that's really similar to something else I like.
Cookies.
What is it?
I hear you
Cookie
make
Cat.
really good cookies, Reese.
Cat.
So there are, now I'm mostly talking about U.S. brands. So Printed Solid is great. They do produce their own colors. Printed Solid's colors, they have very good quality filament. All of their colors are their own colors. And that was one thing Dave Randolph said. So their colors, if you see an orange, like he said, I can see something and I can know whether it's printed in our orange because it's always slightly different. If you,
Farkle it again, your turn.
okay. So, and they have some other things. This, wherever it is, this filament that I'm printing these dice towers with, that I'll do a video on with better lighting, interesting. These are coming from China. These filaments, and Dave said,
Isn't it always China?
"Oh no, protopasta's in Oregon."
Well, it seems like it's always China.
There is a lot of filament produced in China, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Again, there's a lot of like, oh, that's bad, and I'm like, if it prints well and it's good filament, I'm fine with it. Right now, I'm not doing the Stefan. I love CNC Kitchen. Stefan, fabulous guy, and he does all of these strength tests and layer adhesion and whatnot. I'm not printing stuff that matters. So for me, it's not a big deal. If it matters to you, his channel is really important. But I just want it to look nice, and I want it to print easily. Look nice, print easily, hold together, and print easily in any of my printers. And so all the brands that I've been mentioning, that all works with them. Although 7 years ago, 5 years ago, entirely different story. Figuring out what the
you gonna
formula
roll?
needed to be in order to get good printing filament was not known yet. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 for 100. Hold on.
You know what's surprising?
1 for 100.
You haven't said what yet.
So
No, I lost it.
now, Reese,
Yeah?
I think you gave Swifty Nation some roses, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. I really liked
uh,
those roses.
Do you know what filament they were printed in?
Cookie Cad.
Okay. Which color in Cookie Cad?
I think it was blue and purple blue, but I don't know their names.
It was, so, and I'm trying to remember, and Swifty Nacy, you can let me know. There was an album cover, because Swifty, related to Taylor Swift guys, that had some
I had no idea.
purple and purple blue pinks on it. And so I was trying to get them to match because that was a request from Reese. I didn't have stuff that really matched the current album cover well, but yeah. And I'm trying to, I think it was Lover. Is it Lover?
I
Lover.
have to check my
Yay.
mantras.
Okay. Good.
Love it. Love it.
There was Cookie Cat has these mixer filaments. And so it was, both of them were unicorn. There was
it's my turn.
It's your turn. Unicorn mixer and unicorn elixir. They rhymed. So
Elixir,
the
mixer.
elixir one is
Hey, I got 3 3s. I think I'm not on the board yet.
is that 300?
Actually, I have 4 3s. Oh.
So that's the
guys,
unicorn elixir.
Hold on. 4 of any number equals 1,000 points.
Did you just win?
Oh my.
No. I think it's a 10,000.
Hold
No,
on.
we did to 1,000.
No, it's 10,000.
Gosh. Okay. So
So
I'm gonna stop a silo.
4 of any number is 1,000. 4 of any number is 1,000.
4 of any number is 1,000. Okay. So we got to go for higher numbers here. The Cookie Cad elixir was in the pink because that's a gradient. So it goes from like a pink, blue, purple, right? And it sort of transitions. And because that's a vase mode rose,
That's it right
there was
there.
not that much filament that was used. And so that one sort of stayed in the pink area. The mixer is one that it has in the filament shaft, right?
Mom
Half
smacked
was
me on the neck.
Huh? Was
Just do it.
Half blue. Oh, smack you on the back. I thought you said snacking in the sack.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, the other one is half of the shaft, half of the filament is one color, but it mixes, and so it sort of rolled around in you. And that one was actually very pretty too. So I really liked them. Now the stems, which the video that we put out, I had them in there.
Hey,
but
it's your turn. You haven't gone yet.
the stems hadn't been printed yet. Those are in Cookie Cad's green apple, which I really liked. That was a green apple elixir, I think.
You know what's sad?
My current roll. Wait,
What,
you have to
did you
get a full
Farkle?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order for it to count?
I'm just pulling up all the filaments as she mentions it.
Wait, hold on. Can I see what
So
you
there's
got?
the
Yeah.
green apple elixir.
5,
Green
6,
apple. Oh yeah, you have
5,
them all because you work
1,
for Cookie. I'm not.
4.
You help Cookie Cad with their videos
You
and
almost
images.
almost got it like I did
Yeah.
3 times, I think.
Okay, I'm taking my 1. I'm doing a 1. And then going. 1. Okay.
This is a
10,000.
comeback. That's why it's a long game.
I got 4 2s.
Come on.
I got 4 2s.
You did not.
That's a
Sherry
1,000?
Quint says, very cool to see more of Reese.
Thank you.
Okay, Asylum, I got 4 2s. That's 1,000.
Okay.
And I got 2 1s. I got 1,200. Wait, you can keep going, can't you?
Well, do you have none left?
Yeah.
Then yes.
I'm not keeping going. I'm taking 1,200.
How
and
much
running.
did Reese end up getting? I'd never heard Reese's score on hers.
Oh, I have 1,000.
She has 1,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Very good job, Mom.
Charlie Quint said, very cool to see more of Reese. Love you too. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh.
I heard
thank
that.
you. Hmm?
Asylum said it.
Oh, you heard it.
I said thank you.
You said thank you.
Apparently you don't have very good ears. Sorry, that's rude.
I'm going to cry after the stream.
You're gonna cry right now.
Wow.
Oh, come
So
on,
right
look how
now we
close
have a
it is.
score of
I only got one.
Wait, say again?
right now we have a score of Reese with 1,000 and Courtney with 1,850.
Say what?
I'm killing you.
Well, I just got 500 points, so I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm at 1,600.
1,600?
500 more.
Yeah, I'm at 1,600
So
now.
I've played Farkle, but the only way I've ever played Farkle is I've played it on the phone. And so it's much faster. And you're like, ba-ding,
Yeah.
ba-ding, 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 and you're playing against the computer.
That's boring. Can I have more bananas? Actually, no, they make me want to drink something.
Okay.
And I have no water left.
So can you take out a single 5?
Yeah?
I need 4 something.
No, you
Wait,
don't.
so I have 3 5s. So that's how much? 500?
Yeah.
550, done. Okay.
Ah, curses. Instead
So
of
I was
actually
gonna say,
cursing, I
I'm-
say curses.
I'm thinking, yeah, Asylum, you were thinking of brands. Because there are other, so
Wait.
international brands. There are a lot of international brands that are really good. Redline Filament. I like Redline Filament. They make some really nice filament.
Yeah.
And I haven't had an opportunity to work too much with it.
300, 400. I think I'm
Really?
going to start at 400.
Okay.
Also, I want to do something.
Oh boy. Okay, you're gonna make us sound like something?
No, I think. Hey, can you look over here and see what I'm going to press?
Yeah.
Is it the right button?
Is it the right button? You're gonna press the pink button.
Wait, they're
Look on the
called-
screen. It'll tell you what she's about to push.
Oh.
Whisper it to me.
So they can't hear me really well. I'm going to start helping Reese cheat so Reese can win. Y'all don't say
Is it
anything.
really? What did you do?
It's
Okay.
like, you know, on some of those recordings,
Are
they
y'all
do
up for
that
me helping
beep
Reese
when they're
cheat? Let me
swearing.
know.
Okay, if I am understanding this correctly, she held down the censor button, at which
Yes.
point she said a very bad word.
And it cuts her
What to
off.
say.
So all I know was that I heard a very bad word being said. Did you all
Okay.
hear a beep or a very bad word?
We heard the beep.
Oh, good. High five.
That's what the beep
High
sounds like.
five.
You know, when I said curses, I was trying to do that. That would have been funny if I did
So
it
I
on
don't
time.
think I'm going to
but I
let Courtney
didn't.
have any more points.
So, okay. Gosh.
Wait,
there's
what did you
so-
just do?
He pressed his beep button a lot. He must have said a lot of bad things.
Yeah, I was just
Any
talking
other
and
questions
Preston
that you all can-
and one.
Ah,
Anyway,
I
all
shouldn't
right,
have brought
keep going.
my
Any more
nose down.
questions, guys? Anybody else have any questions or
Yeah,
anything?
Any other questions?
I am now.
So, yeah. Hopefully someday we can bring Reese to an event. Like you wanted to go to,
I wanted to go to Murph because my name used to be Murph.
her nickname was Murph.
I made it up before I
Oh.
even heard of Murph.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Murph is a long drive, and Murph happens to be
Yeah.
the weekend of the Braille Challenge, which is why I didn't go to Murph 2 years ago. And this past year, it was like incredibly sweet. Reese said, Mom, I know you really want to go to Murph.
4,
Dad can go to the Braille Challenge for me with me, and you should go. And it was very sweet, and I went.
Yay! I'm so proud
So
of you.
if she does well in the Braille Challenge, what happens next for her?
So there are a lot of contestants. So Aditi and Reese were both competitors, and I didn't understand how it worked the first year.
I Farkle, your turn.
I thought that there was the top scorer in a testing area, and so in North Carolina, there is the Eastern and the Western. In some states, there's only one testing. In this case, I thought they were taking the top score and sending it on, but that's not the case. Every single competitor, all of the scores are sent, and then there are 5 competition levels, and it's basically broken up from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And
also
Aditi
skill.
and Reese, and skill, but Aditi, you and Reese are in the 3rd level, right? Which is freshman? Are you freshman?
Sophomore.
You're sophomore.
You don't want us to be younger, do you?
No, I'm just trying to remember. Okay, so you all are sophomore.
Freshman's 4th grade.
And they are in,
I've
they're
been
both in
stuck
6th grade.
Years.
So this is your 2nd year in the freshman category. Now,
Sophomore.
I just did that twice.
Also, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Get there right now,
The
please.
let me finish this. You distracted me. Yes, but Reese had said something that's correct. There are different children that might have. You've had one. There are different children who might either be way ahead, and so they might be competing at a higher level, or what's more common is that they are moving along in school at maybe a slower rate, and so they're testing at one level back, right?
You know what's actually funny?
Gotcha.
That the sophomores might actually be the most skilled in Braille
Yeah, why is that?
because, sure that they practice, the people higher than us, but most of the time they stop using Braille and start using refreshable Braille displays like I am.
A refreshable Braille display.
That's what I just said.
I know.
Gotcha.
Anyway, and so they don't use Braille as much, so maybe we're better than
But
them.
they're reading Braille, right?
Not all, well, sometimes.
How are they? Are they getting it via audio? Yeah. How are you?
I don't know. I think they do read it, but it's harder on a refreshable Braille display, in case you did not know.
So there have been videos where we've had, and Aditi and Reese both have. You're touching buttons. I'm watching.
I didn't
you.
do them.
Okay, so they have a refreshable Braille display. It's it's about tablet size, but slightly different dimensions, and it actually has a regular QWERTY keyboard, and so Reese and Aditi can type, and that's one of the things
I
that
don't know
is
what screen
great.
I'm
That
on.
instead of having to type out Braille, they can go in and use the keyboard just like the rest of us would do. Only you all are really good with typos because I have to watch the screen, and the backspace is like my best friend because I make a lot of errors. But so they can use that. So in some
I just
way, you're
realized
right.
that I have a mistake in the backspace, though I do still have some.
Right. So you all are not using Braille in the same way. Now reading, you're still reading Braille, or you're getting.
Yeah, I'm reading Braille. I also write Braille for math class.
Okay, Aditi said something, and I'm still questioning that. So I know how the numbers work.
We also
How do
use
you do-
diagrams.
I was going to say, how do you do more complicated math?
I was going to mention that, but then you moved on to the filament category, so.
All right, we'll mention it.
Embossers, which you have one over there.
What's an embosser?
I was about to get to that, Mom. Sorry. An embosser can print out Braille, so if you have a document on the computer, you can print it out on there. Anyway, but it can also print out with smaller dots than Braille is and make it into pictures. And yeah, and then you can make diagrams. Like
I'll
a
take-
table.
I'll take 350 points. Right.
Ooh.
So on.
Yeah,
so
it's my turn again.
I'll explain that because exactly what Reese is saying. I mean, we've got our phone screens, our tablet screens, any screens that we're seeing, television, and there are little dots, right? And they are changing
Where's the
in
other one?
color. They're changing in color to give us an image. So when you need to have an image that you can feel with your fingers, then what you're looking at is what level of resolution can you have those dots be presented to you. And so
I'll take 250.
You'll take 250. So let me see this again here. So this is the Farkle rolls. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, it's gonna be hard the way we've got it.
I'm gonna give her 400.
You got it. No way we're gonna be able to see it. So they're Braille dots on here. We had to change so we could. So sorry, that's not gonna work. But yeah. So this was just like you would print something out on your printer. You type up you may have those. And that as well.
Thank you.
So just like you would type up something on the computer and send it to your printer, we do the same thing. You type it up, and then you would send it to an embosser. And an embosser just does exactly what that does, and it hammers out dots. Now, if you've been around a long time, like I am, and like Asylum has been, you'll know the continuous feed dot matrix printer, which we had back in the day. And you would just get a big old box of paper, and it would be one continuous piece of paper, and as you would print, it would roll it in on these. There would be little holes on the sides, and let me get this for a second here. And this doesn't. Oops, sorry, I just bumped you. This doesn't have little holes in this. See these little holes here? Okay, this is to put in a notebook, but there's been a piece here and a piece here that has been torn off. And that was, this is continuous feed. And so it sends it to this embosser. It's over there. It is loud as, press the button. It's loud as bleep.
What button?
The sensor button. It is
this
so
one?
loud.
Yeah, you sound like a robot. Don't press that one.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay, that's the sensor button.
Okay. It's
Hit
loud.
the one above it.
Okay, hold on. Let me do it. The embosser is loud as. Did that work? I'm so excited about that. It's just like a button, and I'm excited. But yeah, it is extremely loud. It is dangerous to your hearing, and I don't mean that like it's loud. It is actually physically dangerous to your hearing to be standing near it. It's so loud because it is not only. I mean, it's wham. Wham! It's whamming the dots into the paper, and this paper just looks like white paper, but it has longer fibers than normal cardstock type paper or cover stock type paper. I think cover stock, in order for those dots to stay there and not depress. Even though a lot of what is printed out is something
Depressing.
that right. So this Farkle instructions, those will stay around for a while, but something might be.
The paper can get looking old.
It can get looking old, but it has a better chance than other paper. In any case, so yeah, an embosser is a really cool thing. It is a printer for Braille, but
It's like papyrus.
it's like papyrus.
No, it's
It
not.
has a resolution limit. It can take those dots and hammer them really close, but we're still limited by the size of that dot. And so that you can print pictures and one. Oh, you should go get the tiger that's in the car. You know what I'm talking about? The tiger's in your seat on the floor in front of your seat in the car. Uh-oh, she's pressing buttons over there.
Oh, so we're at about an hour and 8 minutes, just so you know.
Okay.
There is one question for Reese when she gets back.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing to print?
Okay.
Slugs. You know those slugs I'm talking about?
Oh, I know the ones you're talking about.
Is she talking about snails?
No. Slugs. You know the articulating slug?
Yeah.
So we will end because we also have homework and stuff to do in just a minute. She's going to are you going to get the tiger?
Yeah.
Okay, go get the tiger. Yeah, this is, since I can't, I will try. Yeah, she just had it feed a page. And then over here, these,
Hard to see.
yeah. I'm trying to get it where you can see down here. Oh, it's hard. I get my hand out. See, so they're the dots here that it's pulling. And the reason these little things are here is that's just how you bind. You do binding and stuff. I'm thinking about, I'm going to sit down. My back has had enough. I didn't even drink my kombucha. Did you guys drink your other stuff? Oh, the dog's come in. Who let the dog in? So, any other questions? Oh, can you hear that? we're in the mechanical room. Somebody is running water upstairs or flush the toilet. Any other questions about Filament? There are brands, international brands that I really like in Europe and whatnot that I'm thinking of. But it's also going to depend on if some of it's a little more niche. Like I love Unicofill. They've got some really interesting gradients, but I don't think they're doing much additional work. They may even be sitting on the filament they've had for years because I haven't seen much out of them for a long time.
Well, and if people if people are looking for filament companies in their area or in other countries, they can always head over to filamentstories.com.
That's true. That's true. So we have a database of companies. Now, we intentionally made this really simple. It doesn't have a lot of information. The information was because you can, I can't keep up with the number of filament companies, and you guys are sending me new ones that you find. But it was, I'm somewhere and I want to know what filament is available in my area. I work with Clock Spring, as is evidenced by the number of models I show on our social media. But he said, he's like, oh, I need to go find out if there are any new companies that are selling filament in Australia. And so, oh, she's coming with the Braille writer. Hold on. So, yeah, so it is specific to like a geographic location. It doesn't in the U.S. break it down by state. And we've had some requests for that. But the reason we didn't do that is because so much is done by mail. And there is a lot of, yes, there is a lot of U.S. local shipping, or it's this, people are not going to a storefront to get filament. And so based on that, I should turn it around. We decided to have it be global. But yeah, it's a great place, great place to go. This is a light tool.
Sorry.
Wow.
Braille writer, yeah. This is your Braille writer, and this
means it's a heavy tool.
That button.
favorite button. And
No, that's not my favorite button.
I'm never
My
going to hear the end of that
favorite
button.
is-
Robot.
you'll have to teach me this. You're gonna have to teach me this.
Okay, we're back to the sensory screen.
So
okay.
yeah, this I don't know if this is gonna work. That you can see the little dot. You can maybe see how she colored over them because she was coloring this in. This was
I like drawing,
yeah, and so they
especially scribbling.
the pen was kind of running out of ink. But
was
you can
not.
see- I thought you went to pencil.
No, we went to pencil because we had the black marker and then we also had an orange marker. But then when
Oh, it
we
was
used the orange
dragging.
marker, it was getting on top of the black marker.
Oh, yeah.
So we used a pencil instead.
So you can see here how the dots are a lot closer. Hopefully you can see that.
My cane.
But that's about as close as it can get. So considering the retina displays and the resolution that we have,
Hey, Mom.
the resolution that you have with Braille is, or with anything tactile, is a lot less.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to show your cane. Hold tight. We're answering about the cane. Let me move over this way. All right, you're up. Go for it.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. You brought your cane.
I just brought it because I didn't know everyone knew what a cane looked like.
Well, you're going to have to fold it because I don't think oh, there's the bottom. There's the top. There's the bottom. So
You just spun it around.
I just hit the mic. So
That's bad.
why don't you come in and explain what this is for?
So I don't hit anything.
Does it do more than one thing?
No. Yes. Well, it makes it so other people know I'm blind and know that if I run into them, it's not my fault. Mostly. And so I don't run into anything. Although half the time at school I don't even use it, even though I'm supposed to. I don't think you know that, Mom.
No, yeah, it is very convenient. You don't need the cane in the house because you run around. Holy, you got my hair.
Sorry.
Oh, got it. Okay, because yeah, I mean she runs around in the house, but when you
Sometimes.
go out sometimes, and you for a long while didn't want to take the cane because we could hold your hand and get you to the seat at the symphony, for instance, but I mean, I remember we went to, there was a special children's and they had tactile instruments. I don't remember, but we've been to events and this thing right here will part the ways. People will see it and be like, oh,
Talk
let me
about
get
the
out of
fair.
way. It really
So-
is almost unfair because we were just heading to the bathroom. We were fine, you know, piling through the group of people like everybody else. But they're like, oh, there's a cane. And I think some of that
Yeah,
is
it's unfair.
because they assume that you don't know who's there and you're going to run into them. And so they'll get out of the way. It is definitely helpful.
No
So
offense,
Connor-
but people can be not smart sometimes.
Yes, that
that's-
is very true. So
We're-
Connor has a question.
Yeah.
Connor is asking, are there any different tips? And
Hell yeah.
don't people usually have a ball on the end of their cane?
Yeah, there's a lot of different tips. There's the ball tip, the marshmallow tip. But Dee Dee has a marshmallow tip. It looks like a marshmallow, literally.
It looks like a big marshmallow.
Yeah, it looks like one of those normal-sized marshmallows that you
So
get for
this
s'mores.
tip,
And there's a pencil tip, which looks like a pencil, and I have the metal gliding tip. I also have, I think I have one that has a ball on the end, but I'm not sure where it is.
so this metal tip, it has a little bit of play, but it's metal, and this is a consumable, right? So it wears out, and you can just replace it. And this lasts a good long while.
The reason I'm using it is because it's lighter, and I can use the tapping technique also. With the ball, it's really tiring to do the tapping technique where you lift the cane off the ground and tap it to side to side.
So when she first started using a cane, she had a ball, and it is, and you really liked the ball back in the day, right? And it's a big ball. I would say, I mean, it's 2.5 inch, 3-inch ball.
Oh, and
And-
mom. Sorry, keep going. Never mind. I'll say afterward.
And the thing about that is when you're young is you're just rolling it back and forth. So you're still doing, and you're ideally supposed to go from shoulder width to shoulder width because that's where you're walking. If you're going way out, you're expending a lot of energy to try to get it back in. So you're sort of going back and forth like this at your pace. And when you get older, what you want to do is you want to get to the point where you're able to pick it up. And you're right, that ball is heavy to lift up and to have something light on it.
There's
like
also
this.
tips that that can only be used in certain situations. Like Mr. Adam, my O&M teacher, he gave me this tip to put on my cane for a day when we were doing an O&M lesson, cane skills pretty much. And so we were going down this trail. Actually, it was on some bluffs. It was kind of fun. We never actually made it to the bottom. We didn't have enough time. Anyway, and he gave it to me and he said, "Don't use it on the cement. It's not meant for that." So there's different tips that aren't used for that are used for things that
because
aren't
it
used for everything.
would get eroded quickly on the cement, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Can you 3D print tips?
I guess you could, but they wouldn't
Sure.
work as well.
We probably could. I would. You know what? That's a very interesting question.
It would break
because
a lot easier.
the material that, for instance, the marshmallow
I
tip is a rubberized material, and as we know, TPU is a rubbery material. I wonder if we could print one and try it, Reese. Although you like these metal tips, the one she also has is a ceramic one because it lasts longer. It's a little dome.
No matter how much I drop it, it doesn't break.
Yeah. Now, this is not how you would normally carry it around. This is when you have it in use. What do you do when you get somewhere?
You fold it up.
I have a tent like that.
Done.
Yeah. And you put it under your chair at
In
school
your locker.
or in
Actually,
your
that'd be a bad
locker,
idea.
At a restaurant. Yeah, you put it in the seat beside you or just right beside you at a restaurant.
Or in a plane, you
So-
put it in the pocket in the seat.
Yeah,
in front
yeah.
of you.
I hadn't thought of it. So, you had mentioned very quickly your Mr. Adam, who is your O&M, and I remember thinking, O&M, what's
Hey,
here?
did
It's
you
your
show-
turn. Let me give you the dice. What is
Oh, that's
O&M? And that stands for Orientation and Mobility. And it sounds really fancy, but it is exactly what it sounds like. It teaches you how to orient yourself to where you are in your environment and then to be mobile and go someplace. And so the example that I think is one that is very relatable to everyone is you get somewhere in a car with someone. We go to the grocery store a lot. Reese gets out of the car and she orients herself to where she is. She goes to the back of the car because typically you pull into a parking space, not always, but you pull in. And now she listens.
I have 450 points to add.
That's a lot of points. So now you're standing at the back of the car, but you're not going anywhere, and you're listening for what at a grocery store?
Beeping.
Beeping or...
People.
And what's telling you which direction the grocery store is in, left or right?
Also the shopping cart.
The shopping carts, right? And I was like, that blew my mind. Of course, right? If over this way...
I thought you were talking when we were in it.
Oh, we're in it. Yeah, this way I'm not hearing shopping carts, and this way I am. And you know that the rows of parking are in general, like, parallel or perpendicular. And so then you walk in the direction of the carts. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. But this is the kind of thing that's really interesting that I grew up sighted. I can teach what I know and pass it on, but I don't know how to teach these kinds of things because it never would have occurred to me. I love some of the things that are just so simple when someone tells you this. There's something called sighted guide, and it is, again, what you think it is. You are a sighted person and you are guiding someone
who is not sighted. And so they can hold on you in a number of ways, but what's the most common way? Like you would just grab...
You're a lower voice now.
Sorry.
grab my arm where, if I'm sighted guide, where you, like, she would like grab me right here.
I don't like it though.
Oh, of course. I'm her mother, So
Yeah, doing it with you is weird.
Now we're sighted guide, or we're holding hands, right? It's very crowded. Or we're going between two cars and the side mirrors are in the way. How do you get the person safely around you? Well, if you got
listen
their
to
hand, well, you can tell them, but you can take your hand and you just pull it behind you, which takes the person that you're guiding, and they naturally will come directly behind your body. So wherever you're going, you're safely getting through the passage. They're going to get through, and then when you're done, you bring them back forward. And then you're just like, oh, that makes so much sense. But until you are told these things, you don't know. What is my turn?
Well, yes, but that's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
Don't forget, we have homework.
Yep.
Oh, we have homework. Okay,
So
I
a
just
couple more
forgot
questions.
that we're over time. Do we want one more question?
And yeah, we've got a couple of more questions here. One of the questions I thought was
Answer them in no long
one of the questions I thought was interesting was, Reese, do you sometimes on purpose accidentally tap people with your cane?
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Love it.
Especially
Love it.
my science teacher. Seriously? Uh-huh. He knows I do it. All the other teachers, like, I walk into the school every morning, and then I'm walking down the hall, I say hi to my teachers, and then they're like, he's on your right, he's on your right, and then I whack him.
That's funny.
He's trying to be sneaky, though.
You have an evil streak.
I
That's
really
funny.
do.
I
get it
wonder
from
where
a
she gets
laundrette.
that from.
A laundrette, actually.
All
She
right,
did
so
before me.
2 print questions. The first one is, what's your favorite TPU? Do you have a favorite TPU?
So I do, but I think it's a little out of date. My favorite. Oh, it's the flexible filament.
Oh.
So my
That.
favorite TPU for the longest time was Toner Plastics. They just had the most fantastic printing, and the results were gorgeous, and it was shiny and
Remember the wobbly vase you made? What was that made out of?
oh, where you could squash it.
Yeah.
That was Toner Plastics.
Then that's my favorite.
Yeah. So, but they don't sell a lot. I don't believe their stock is fairly limited. So I would have to go with Recreos. Definitely Recreos.
Nope.
It's
Tony Plastics is my favorite.
yeah, and they have. I believe Tiffany at Texas Filament Supply is stocking them, but if not, it's absolutely Recreos.
Okay. And then the ever growing question: how many printers do you currently have and run?
I asked her that,
What did I
but
say?
you said you had no idea.
I just was gonna had to think about it.
Look around, mommy.
I know. Hold on. Because the question is how many do you have versus how many do you use regularly? And
Well, you had 13 last year.
yeah, well, there's more now. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Chocolate printer counts.
Huh? The chocolate printer counts 6.
And the one in the
7,
other
8,
room.
9, 10, 11. 11 that I use regularly.
What
Yeah,
about the one about the A1? Did you miss the A1 Mini?
No, the A1, I've got A1 Mini, Mark IV XL, Mark III Mini, Mark III. So hold tight on the Mark IIIs.
You know
Mark
what I'm hearing right now?
an X1 carbon, and Coca Press. Oh, I forgot one. K1, 14. What did I say? 14. K1. Yeah, how could I forget the K1? So,
And your Cobra Max.
Huh?
And
Not
your
the
Cobra
Max,
Mac.
just the
And your
K1.
Cheaty.
But I don't use the cheaty. I'm
I
thinking
know,
the
but
ones
you
that
have
I-
'em.
Yeah, because if you use the TD, you're cheating.
And the one that you have. No, I don't use the
The
big one. I
Cetus
put it-
2.
Huh?
The Cetus.
No, don't use the Cetus. And the I don't. I mean that one is a
That's sad.
specialty one. Oh, and there. Oh,
Sounds like Thetis, who was eaten by
really
Zeus.
Sorry, Voron.
The poor
0.1,
Voron.
but I'm using you for storage right now.
Okay, that's just sad.
I'm not using that one, but doesn't he look good back there? He's a prop. I don't really use him.
He's sad.
Shane, the Prusa XL is a great machine.
Yes.
I do like the Prusa XL a lot. I use the Prusa XL. There is this weird thing that causes me to pick. So from a fast printer standpoint, and when I'm testing stuff, and by the way, I've got to get a video out really soon on fast.
Don't tell them what it's about. That'll be spoiler.
What it's about.
That would be a spoiler.
It's important. Well, it's something I need to do because this is have you seen like it's fast PLA or fast filament? And you're like, what in the heck is that? Okay, what is fast filament, and does it do anything, or is it hype? And is there things that are happening with fast printers and filament that's not fast that we need to be concerned about? And yeah, there's stuff happening because it's going out so fast that you're having finish issues and potentially layer adhesion issues. So I've got to get a video out on that. So I have the K1 Bamboo A1 Mini, and then I have the X1 Carbon that I did from the Kickstarter, and then another one, and the Mark IV from Prusa, and the XL. So those are the ones I use that are the fast printers. But the reason I was saying like hold tight on the Prusas, when we started Filament Stories, I needed some printers because I knew I was going to be running big prints, and I needed to figure out what to do because I was going to have filament coming up, and I was like, what if I'm running multiple 40-hour prints? I'm not going to be able to get things done in time for the videos. And so I had good luck with the Prusa, and so my husband was like, you're ordering multiple of them? And I'm like, it works really well.
Add 500 points to my score.
And so, so I have those. So even though they're slow printers, I still use them. I stick something to it and it works. So those are my main printers. I'm really impressed with the K1. I know some people have had issues with it. I think mine's worked great. The one thing I was going to say that is this weirdest thing, sometimes I will pick a bamboo printer over the K1. Let's go fast printers. Over the K1, the Mark IV, or the XL for one reason only. And that's because I don't have to unload and load filament in. All the bamboo ones, there's nothing loaded. And so you can just unload, stick something in, go.
Did you know that bamboo is the fastest growing plant in the world?
Did you all know that bamboo is the fastest growing
That's why
plant
they
in the
used it for
world?
a torture method.
Wait, what?
Sorry, you didn't know that. My bad.
Oh, you didn't know they used that for a torture method? I thought everybody knew that. Anyway,
How did I miss this?
I don't know.
Bob, how'd you miss this? It was a
So,
Chinese torture.
all right, well, look,
Yeah.
we've got about 30 seconds, and we should probably call it for homework.
Okay, are we going to do a homework dance?
Actually, I don't like dancing. Never
All right,
mind.
fine. Hey, thank you all for. Are you going to make it sound like something for the outro?
No. Hold on. I think is it playing music now?
Now it's playing music.
Okay. Okay, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for asking Reese questions and putting up with us because you can tell why I'm a spaz and I passed on the spaz to her. Anyway, thank you all very much.
Y'all have a good night, everybody. Thank you. Talk with y'all later.